Uh-oh, I didn't buy a spade. 39 uses? Spicy. I'm gonna have to go and buy... spade. Try to just craft some. Suppose I'll just get some today. And we'll just accept it when it runs out.
Craft these nuts.
I'll craft your mum's nuts. I keep meaning to buy planter spades or craft planter spades, and then I don't. In that order, roughly. I mean to, and then I don't. It's planting time. Everyone's favorite part of the stream, where I just press a button and then sit here. In fact, we can go full webcam for this. Open my camera back down a little bit. Boom. Look at that. I moved the chat into the top left. I think it's probably better there, to be honest. Maybe my camera could go here too. Ooh, but now I'm facing the wrong way. Hang on. I need to be facing towards the game. I'm facing away. It's like I'm not. It's like I'm just like, I will not look at the game. Toilet cam. You do not want to. You do not want to see my toilet cam, bro. You don't want to see that. You think you do? You don't. What are you guys up to today? You winning, sons? Are you winning, sons? I meant to start the stream an hour ago, and I didn't. That's my bad. I'm gonna try and start the stream a little bit earlier, but I need to, like, remember, you know, in the morning when I'm tired, and I'm like, nah. Hard. It's hard. I'm not a morning person, all right? I admit it. I've always been a night owl, dude. Eat me. Show me that 3 a.m. If I don't see the clock at 3 a.m., I ain't living. Spade's still going. Let's see when it's gonna break. We've run out of fungicide too. Fungicide, plant spades, growth serum, all gone. All of it. I think I need to just buy like 300 plant chems and just like make 100 growth serums, 100 water serums, you know, 1,000 fungicide, just stock up. I was thinking of changing my arcane, my poison Necro echo. Let me show you on Butler. So the template, poisoning, Necro, paste ID, majory, eval int, then we have 160 points left, right? Right now it looks like this. Spirit Speak, Med. That's how it looks now. I was thinking of making it look like this. Arcane Wrestling instead. And then I can run Arcane Staff, right? Which means I get access to the Arcane Codex. I get Arcane Build-Up. I get the weapon skills and the finishes. Need 80 Arcane Wrestling Majoring. Yeah. Where are the bonuses? Where are the arcane build-up bonuses? Job's done. It's under arcane staff, maybe? Yeah, here we go. Arcane build-up. You get a spell damage bonus and a damage resistance bonus. So Arcane actually gives us damage resistance. And the thing that made me think this might work, I can't show it right now, but in the Poison Codex, there's a ability, which I didn't know about because I hadn't read the Poison Codex because I'm really smart, which gives you damage resistance against mobs that are poisoned. So I was reluctant to face tank because of, you know, being a squidgy little bitch. But if we have that in the Poison Codex and we have the damage resistance from the Arcane build-up, it might be okay. We could try it. Bad hair day help you out? Let you help? It's just how my hair looks, dude. It's just how my hair looks. No. My feet are so cold this morning. This afternoon. Now my feet are cold, you piece of shit. I'll wear them with disdain in my heart. Yeah, get that full screen. Enjoy that. That look good? That look good for you? Just do it for you? Yeah? Yeah. I need a feet cam. You can watch my feet shiver. Parsnip immediately covers up the slippers. Hang on. Oh, you can see both? You see both? Well, that's that. I love that you can use 200 points to demolish someone's 10,000 point redemption. It's so funny. Woohoo! Woohoo! Let me give you one of these.
Oh my god.
I love that guy so much. Look, there's a lion. Oh my god. Yeah, we're running out of plant stuff. Our spades have run out. Our fungicides run out. Our growth serums have run out. This is just terrible. We're gonna need to buy some plant stuff. We've got to remember. Oh, I remember. Look, there's a lion. Oh my god. There's a lion. Where the fuck am I? I didn't mean to teleport here. Strangelands is on.
That's rough, buddy.
That is rough, buddy. Dude, no one uses That's Rough, buddy. No one. Alright, we checked Anchor's Rest first by accident because I clicked on the wrong thing. A pirate. Ahar, me hearty, would you like to join me crew? He would. Damn, my pirate impression's pretty good, you see? That pirate just was like, damn, this guy, he's like a real pirate. Let's go with him. Look, there's a lion, oh my god. You didn't know Buddy? All of the commands are below the stream. I'm fairly certain Buddy is listed there. If it's not, then let me know, I can add it. The list is quite long. It didn't used to be that long. I've actually run out of, channel reward redemptions. So to add these new channel reward redemptions this week, I had to delete some. I had to delete some of the redemptions that we already had to add the ones that are there now. Happy Mario Day? Is it Mario Day? Damn. What's that, March something? March 10th? Time flies, dude. Can't believe it's March 10th already. It feels like we just had New Year. Hey, Shaq. How's the yo going? Just logged in. Just logged in. That's how it's going. We're begging. We caught a pirate. We're doing a new echo today. And, well, we already did it yesterday. But we're doing it again today. And I think I'm going to change the build slightly. Which means I need to go to Shelter Island and, you know, stand in the dungeon for a bit, hitting mobs, which is a bit unfortunate, but I want to change the build slightly, so gonna have to happen, I'm afraid. All right, there was a bar in Prev we didn't check. The new build is Poison Necromancer. Poison Necro. So it uses Poisoning, Necromancy, Taste ID, Magery, and Evaluating Intelligence. That's like the core of the build. And then it uses the Poison Kit, which increases your poison damage and all this other stuff. Outpost. What does Taste ID do? It lets you determine whether things taste good or not, thematically. But literally, it increases your chance of applying higher tier poisons when you poison things. It also increases your swing speed bonus and mana regeneration bonus from eating food. So the default swing speed bonus when you eat delectable food is 5%. But if you have level 100 Taste ID, it goes up to 100 and it goes up to 15%. So you can have you can get 15% swing speed literally just from eating food if you have Taste ID, which is huge for Dexers.
I'm like getting the feeling of coming in the gym. I'm getting the feeling of coming at home.
Yes, Val. Me too.
I'm in danger.
Yeah, Taste ID also increases your mana regeneration from eating food too. So basically the swing speeds for Dexers, the mana regens for mages. But I'm going to change the build to incorporate Arcane Staff, which needs both swing speed and mana regen. So it'll get it's double dipping, baby. But I'm not happy with how the build is right now.
I had to work before you started yesterday, so I go to try the new commands.
Yeah, I saw that you were in the chat, Val, like at 1 before I started. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry that you weren't able to be here for the new commands. There's a bunch of them. Enjoy. Bunch of new channel rewards too. I ended up making that hybrid poison disease necro build. It's fun but different. This build also uses disease. Bay, Fox Creek. This build uses disease. I'm not on the character right now. I'm just looking for crew. He did touch the butt. Alright, we're nearly done looking for crew. We have 2 more towns to check, I think. I don't know if an archer build could be built around fire speed. Like how quickly you shoot the arrows. Yeah, it's just swing speed. So the swing speed cap is 50%. But there's a way to increase. Is there a way to increase your swing speed cap? Is it air? Does air do that? No, air just gives you swing speed. It doesn't increase the cap. Yeah, so if you can hit 50% swing speed, then you can definitely be a really fast shooting dude. But you can't poison your arrows on your bow. I don't think the bow is a poisonable weapon. Food gives you swing speed. What else does it do? You weren't eating food? Yeah, eating delectable food is like you should do it before you go on every dungeon run. Let me just do it. This is the last town. I'll show you what food does after this town. We caught 1 crew today. Let's see if we can get a second one. 2 is the average crew we get every day when we look through all the crew. But we've been getting 1 for the past couple of days. We usually get 2. Nah, just the 1. Not a very good one either. Rip. Let's go to the inn. Okay, we're done with this guy. Log him out. Log into our main. And let me show you delectable food. Delectable food. Cooking? Yeah, here you go. So food, delectable food. You shouldn't really eat anything but delectable. Food is very, very affordable. So you should only buy the best one because it's so cheap anyway. It gives you 25% mana regen. No, 25% chance to get 2 mana when you regen mana instead of 1 mana when you regen mana. And then it takes... So taste ID and cooking. It looks like you can use cooking for this as well. Increases this chance by 50%. But if you have 120, it'll be slightly more than 50%. It'll be like 60%. So you'd have like a 75 or 85% chance of getting 2 instead of 1 mana. And then it increases your swing speed by 5% usually. So usually you only get a 5% swing speed bonus from eating food. But you can get up to 10% bonus at 100. If you have 120, it's going to be 12%. So 17% swing speed bonus from Taste ID or cooking. Taste ID is more for poison builds. So you could use cooking on any other build. You could have cooking on like your archer. And cooking also gives you access to snacking, which is here. You don't get snacking from Taste ID. It's when you eat food, you immediately restore like 30, let's just say flat, 30 hit points, 20 mana, and 25 stamina. It's like basically turns food into a health potion. Or like just a potion that restores health, mana, and stamina. Kind of crazy. Cooking's actually kind of underrated. Snacking's a real world skill, yeah. But delectable? Butts are delectable, yeah. You only played for a few days, finished a new player quest, and we're daunted by the grind? It's an MMO, don't be too daunted, just enjoy the game, you know? Get a little house, buy some items, become obsessed with the game, and then lose your family, you know, that sort of thing. Yeah, no worries. Alright, I'm gonna go to shelter and change this build. I'm gonna go to shelter and I'm gonna change this build. Let me make the game full screen. Boom. I'm gonna change the build. So the current echo is like this. We're gonna go into the skills menu. Yes, I use the scroll. No, I don't care. We're gonna turn up Arcane, and we're going to turn up Wrestling, and we're going to turn down Spirit Speak. I'm going to remove summons from this build. And I'm going to remove Meditation. And actually removing Meditation, I think this is going to give us better mana regen. Damn, that sounds crazy, right? Better mana regen without Meditation? What? Dude's crazy. Yeah, that's how good the Arcane Staff is. I genuinely think we'll get more mana regen from Leech. And having the high swing speed with Leech, I think will... Plus Drain Finisher and Leyline. I think Leyline, Drain, and Leech from the Arcane Codex is going to give us more mana regen than 80 Meditation. Alright, so we're going to need a... We're going to need a staff. And we're going to need 1,000 gold. Just grab a random staff. It doesn't really matter right now. Put poison on it. We need 1,000 gold. Then we're gonna go shelter. Hey, Marek. You'll get ready for work? Catch that foul. First playhouse, second clear, real world family debuff. Yeah. Was it wind that gives you swing rate? Yeah, it gives you swing speed. Air aspect. Air aspect is widely regarded as being really bad though. You can reach maximum swing speed without air. What I'd recommend, if you're trying to get max swing speed, the things I would recommend are focus, resisting spells. Focus gives you, so this website shows you the swing speed here somewhere. Where is it? Focus. So at level 100 focus, it's going to give you 15% swing speed. And then if you also had cooking or taste ID, you're getting 15% from that as well. So that's 30% already. The cap is 50%, so you're only 20% off. And then resisting spells gives you, it'll give you 4 or 5%. You'll probably be at level 80, so it'll give you 4%. Oh, swing, oh wait, it gives you 8%. That's higher than I thought. So that's 38%. And then, you know, yeah. I would just recommend using focus to reach swing speed cap. Focus is very good. You can use air. I mean, you need to level it anyway, so may as well. You want to level every aspect. Like Chad. Alright, let's look for the arcane guy. It must be the mage, right? How do I have 9 coins left? Keeps doing that. Alright, we just need to go into the new player dungeon and just hit stuff with our staff, basically. I'm doing good, Marek. How are you? Oh yeah, Chivalry gives you Divine Fury. Yeah, Chivalry. Most people take Chivalry, Focus, Resist, and then Eat Food, and then that gives you 50% basically. I think my swing speed is like 47%. Wind and Arrows was thematic. Try it. To be honest with you, people say it's bad, but that's because, to give you some context, Air used to be meta, and then it got nerfed. So I think people are just PTSD. You know what I mean? People are PTSD. Like, oh my god, it used to be good, now it's rubbish, so therefore it is rubbish, you know? Something gets nerfed and then everyone just says it's rubbish. I've never used it though. My Air is level 0. It gives you swing speed and mana regen. Damage resistance after swinging, so you're constantly getting extra damage resistance when you shoot your arrows. Which isn't that useful on an archer because you're at range anyway. And then chance to avoid movement effects. I don't really understand this last one. It like stops you from getting potentially rooted or stunned or whatever. But I don't know. This is kind of, yeah, this doesn't seem very good. It's not even like a guarantee to avoid movement effects, it's a chance. Wow, everything in Shelter Island's dead. That's kind of crazy. Get me down to level 2, baby. Use water on your tamer? Damn. Chad. What's the best way to level Arcane here? Do I just shoot him with my staff? Is that giving me Arcane levels? It's giving me Arcane but not Wrestling. Am I gonna have to level Wrestling separately? Oh, that's such a pain in the butt. Do I get Arcane if I cast spells? No, but I am getting Wrestling by punching him in the face though. Damn, this is gonna take a hot second. I forgot how annoying it is to train Arcane. Let me reset this. Is it Enfeeble? Yeah. Maybe I should just hit stuff on the first floor, something really weak, like a Mongbat. I'm gonna get the same skill gain, right? Just do that. That guy's training parrying. Alright, just gonna swing at this guy. Rubbish on Discord equals less damage than meta. Yeah. That's basically how it works. You're slowly leveling everything to tier 11. Did you get everything to tier 10? I don't remember you telling me that you did that. Maybe you did tell me and I'm a dumbass. Unfortunately, I'm killing things, which means it's gonna be slower to level. I'd rather not kill things. Oh, anatomy gives you swing speed as well, right? Yeah. I mean, air's gonna free up skill slots for you, basically, isn't it? Because it's you know, giving you swing speed, so you don't need to take something else that gives you swing speed. It frees up some slots for you. Just AFK hit corpses in the swamp. Oh yeah, that's the best way to do it. Yeah, you're right, Doomshot. You're right. I'll kill this giant rat. I'm gonna poison him. Let's go to the swamp. World safe. Everything's tier 10 except war. You've let us all down. You've let us all down, Parsnip. How could you not level war? Go do some PvP. Seems like a lot of skill points just to do what air would do, yeah. I think air would definitely free up your build to be a bit more varied. What else pairs well skills-wise with archery? Arms law. But that's basically a Dexa skill anyway. What else pairs well with archery? Usually with archery, you use lightning. Because lightning, there is a reason for that. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, lightning. Lightning, it gets like a bonus to hindered mobs or something like that. And then the bow hinders, and then lightning gets a bonus. Or the other way around. I don't quite remember, but I remember lightning gets like a bonus from it, like pairs really well with archery. That's why everyone does lightning archer. Yeah, arms law's super good with archery because it makes the hinder trigger more often. Hinder is the archery weapon skill. So you hit something and it basically gets stunned. Just can't attack, can't move. And with arms law, it triggers all the time. But hinder can only trigger once every 30 seconds. But also in the archery codex, there's an ability called maiming, which increases the hinder effect by 10% per rank. And there's 7 ranks. So it gets 70% increased duration. And if you hinder something with maiming turned on max ability, it stays hindered for about 12 seconds. So you hit it and it's stunned for 12 seconds. It's actually stupid. It's so funny. Are you using a training arcane staff? No, I'm using just a regular one from my shelf. Do you want to bring me a training one? I've actually never once ever used a training weapon in this game. Ever. I've always just used regular weapons. I never thought about it. Anatomy for healing codex and higher finisher chance. Yeah. Basically, it's just starting to sound like a regular Dexa build. Should we look into making a should we theory craft an archery build here? Archery. You're gonna need tactics for the codex and damage. You want arms law is super good on archery. You might want chivalry. Chivalry is just, you know, really, really good ability. But this is kind of optional. Probably gonna want focus. You're gonna want anatomy and healing because that's literally how you heal yourself on a Dexa. And then you're already at 700 points. Let's bring this down. We can have 80 archery and 80 tactics. We can probably get away with 80 arms law, maybe 120 shiv, maybe 80 focus. You might want 100. 80 anatomy, 80 healing. How many points do you have left? 120. This is just a Dexa build. We've just made another Dexa build. That's all we've done. We haven't added anything to this. But if you want with wind, yeah, you're right. So how much swing speed does wind give you? Let's just put air on and make it like level 10. So at level 10 air.
Yeah.
Your swing speed bonus is... Am I blind? I am blind, it's right here. It's 17% at level 10. So at 17%, you probably don't need focus. Focus does give accuracy and stuff as well, though. It gives you like damage and accuracy and all this other stuff. And you can take chivalry off. That gives you another 120 points to play with. You don't need chivalry. So how much swing speed would you have with this build? Anatomy is giving you 4%. Arms law is giving you 4%. That's 8%. That's 8%. And then when you have your aspect leveled up, let's just say 10, that's 17%. Let's say 9, that gives you 15%, right? That's just easiest to do the maths. So 15%, then plus 8 is 23%. You still need another 25%. Yeah, you probably want focus still. At 100 focus, you're getting 15%. So then you only need like another 10% swing speed. But then with food, that's 5%. You're basically at cap. Carpentry doesn't... Carpentry's really hard to level. But you could add carpentry. That gives you damage to carpentry crafted weapons. At level 80, it's 20% bonus. It also gives you armor bonus to carpentry crafted shields and bonus from barded instruments too. But it's only a 20% damage bonus. And it's only to weapons. You'd be better off taking item ID. Right? Take item ID. Remove carpentry. And then this gives you magic weapon accuracy, damage, slayer, armor, blah, blah, blah. And then you just wear, you just use a magic bow. And you'd actually get more damage from that because it gives you a 100% bonus. Rather than just 20% from carpentry. Yeah, I was thinking tracking would actually be pretty good on this build. It'd also be kind of roleplay because you'd be like tracking with a bow. So you'd be like a Thank you for the training staff, Bastard. Jesus. I've never ever had one of these. What does it do? It just does like 1 damage, right? Oh, it's doing 0 damage. So I can just swing for... Oh, it does 1 damage. Neat. We're already at level 60. We'll leave him going. It'd be kind of like you're a hunter, right? Tracking and archery, and then you could wear like a hood. It'd be kind of cool. Yeah, I learned the hard way that if you want to take a crafting skill to get stats, don't. You're way better off just taking item ID. It's easier to level. Not even close. It's way easier to level by like 600 hours and 600 million gold. And it also works with armor and stuff too, like no matter what, it's just so much better. A magic bow is crafted by players? No, those are the drops, yeah. When you get drops from mobs, the weapons and armor that drop from mobs, and it says unidentified or whatever, all of that's all magical equipment. So you can only get magical equipment from mobs. That's how you get it. So you just get a bow from a mob and then you equip it. I have like 100 freaking magic bows. I can give you 10. You know, they're just so common. You get them all the time. You want to do tinkering until you saw how much it costs? Yeah, we did tinkering recently. It cost me... You actually make a lot of money back. I actually ended up with a profit. I made like a 2 mil profit leveling tinkering to 120. By the way, you actually make money. But like, you're spending money because you need to use the iron ingots and stuff. But you're making money because you sell all of the stuff that you craft. Tinkering's a funny one. So you could take tracking, or you could take forensic, which would also give you a good gold income because you'd be getting leather. Or you could take camping, which would give you access to hiking. I wouldn't necessarily recommend camping though. I think forensic or tracking. But this is basically a standard Dexa build. What else could we add? There's alchemy. If you wanted snacking, there is cooking. That's going to give you more swing speed too, which might put you at cap. You're really close to cap with this build already. You're like 43% or something. I'm just going through the skills to see what else could be useful. You're not really going to need parrying, but it's a Dexa skill. Poisoning doesn't work here. Resisting spells is good too. Yeah, these are basically your skill choices. Something like this. Probably wouldn't take parrying, so it'd be something like this. Need alch? Probably not. I mean, at this point, it's just personal preference at that point. What's the skill to reveal stealth players? Detecting hidden. You don't have the money to spend yet, you only have 200k. Yeah, you can't level tinkering right now. Yeah, no. You need like 4,000 of every gem. And gems will set you back like a couple of mil. Pick up every gem you see in dungeons and stick them on your resource stockpile. And then in like a month, you'll be able to level it based on stuff you picked up yourself. That's how I did it. I only had to buy like 1,000 diamonds and 1,000 star sapphires, that was it. And then I had everything because I've been picking up every gem I see. It made leveling tinkering much easier. Seems to be lacking a fast travel option. Well, you should have your rune tome for that. You should have had a rune tome from your new player quests and you can put runes in it. And you should use those to get around. Like I have this rune tome to get around on all my characters and it just has every dungeon in the game and then every town in the game. And then that's it. And then I just use Witcher runes for anything else. Shiv is so good, it's hard. The anti-bleed disease, the panic heals. Yeah, I don't think it's necessary on Archer. It's probably the least necessary on Archer out of all of the Dexa skills. Because Archer is obviously super safe anyway, so you don't really need all these panic heals and stuff. Because you're at range. Alchemy benefit? Alchemy's the best skill in the game. So it doesn't matter what your build is, you can put alchemy on it and you're going to get loads of benefits from it. It gives you damage resistance, so you're going to just be tankier in general. It makes all your heal pots heal for way more. It makes you can drink cure potions, like the ones that get rid of poison. But with the alchemy codex, you can make them lower the effects of bleed and disease effects. So if you get bleeded or diseased and you're gonna die, you can just drink a cure pot, but you can only do that if you have alchemy. It's like a, yeah, alchemy is just like super OP. It gives you really good survivability. It also lets you use explosion potions to farm with volatile. If you have 80 alchemy, you can throw an explosion potion, it'll stick to a mob, and so it won't hit any other player and make you flag gray. And you can do like 500 damage easily with the potion codex and explosion potions. It just gives you more farming, quicker farming, just like an extra DPS thing. And it lowers how long the cooldown on every single potion. So you can use heal potions more regularly to heal more often. It gives you freedom, which lets you remove yourself from any hindering effect. So if you've been hindered or rooted by a mob and you're about to die, you can use freedom from here. You drink a refresh potion and it just removes the effect and you can just run away. The potion codex is just busted OP. Alchemy's stupid. That's why most people just say, oh yeah, add alchemy to this template, because it's just that good. It just goes on anything. Detect Hidden would be fun when messing with these. Yeah, Detect Hidden is very good. You can even use a script if you really want to go crazy, and you can just have it automatically cast Detect Hidden on yourself every like 2 seconds, and then it'll just like detect in an area around you constantly, and you just reveal everyone around you. You'll really annoy backstabbers. And you always pick up gems, they weigh nothing. Yeah. I think every gem, the weight of the gem is like less than the weight of the gold value, so it's always worth picking them up. For runes, you need like 60 magery. Yeah, you'll need, if you want to make them yourself. I did make a suggestion on the Discord that they should add an item so that Dexers can use, which lets them mark runes, you know? Like a charged rune, and then you just double click on it and it marks it where you're stood. Would be super useful, but we'll see. You can always ask another player to mark some runes for you. Marking runes genuinely takes like 2 seconds. You just go to the location and just click the mark button and then leave. It's like, it takes 2 seconds. You could probably find someone to help you with that. Detectism does trigger your skill cooldown? Yeah, it does. What else does he need his skill cooldown? I was trying to think, like, with that archery build, if you're using Detect Hidden constantly, like, what does that, like, what other skills does he need, you know? Can't think of any. If he has tracking, he can just activate that at the start, and then he never has to think about it again. And then, yeah, I can't think of it. Anything? Full Skyrim mode, Stealth Archer. Yeah, Stealth Archer is a thing. It actually is backstab archer. So when you backstab, you know, backstabbers that hit stuff and do 1,000,000 damage in one hit and insta-kill it, you can do that at range with archery, and you can shoot stuff in it. The thing is, archery, just so you know, it has less DPS than every other Dexter ability. That's not to say it's bad, but the reason that the DPS is lower is because it's safer. So they just made bows do less damage than every other weapon. They do, I think, what is it, like 15% less damage or something like that? But it's just because obviously you're safer, you can stand at range, you can hinder. So they do slightly less damage. Which means if you're backstabbing, your backstabs will do less damage with a bow as well. But people definitely do play Archer, Stealth Archer. It's quite a funny one. Yeah, backstab, yeah, it works. It's so stupid. It is so stupid. You basically just take a backstab build. I have a backstabber here somewhere. Here. You just take like this build, and I would just replace this macing with archery, and that's it. It would be just literally this exact same build. And you just shoot stuff from a range. Funny. I was playing Albion last night, and I was trying to close the menus with right click. Like how you close menus in Ultima, so you right click them. I was right clicking menus trying to close them. I felt like a right idiot. Hey Jackson, backstabber build actually became popular with archery first? Oh really? I didn't know that. When I made my backstabber, I wanted it to be poison fencing and you would have a poisoned dagger and then, you know, backstab with a dagger that's poisoned like an actual assassin. But it just doesn't really work. It makes me kind of sad. I might try and make that build one day for like fun. Like completely suboptimal poison backstabber, you know? But yeah. The damage multiplier for stealth backstabs is anywhere from 800 to 1600 scale to weapon speed. Yeah, so you want to have the slow... Basically, you want to have a slow weapon when you backstab. That's why people run, like, giant two-handed mace, burst, you know? Yeah, you'd want to run, like, the giant bow. I don't know what it's called. I've not really used bows that much. I have archery on my tamer, but that's about it. Dude, I didn't realize how long it was going to take to level Arcane. We still have to level Wrestling as well. Hot damn. 68. Level 68 we just hit. We've been here for like 10-20 minutes. Backstab Archer was the craze. Before people realized macing or fencing worked, yeah. I think macing is the meta right now. I think someone said like fencing does more backstab damage once you've got like 33 links or something stupid. Thanks for the follow, Samal. Yeah, it wouldn't be great for a... No. You wouldn't be able to wear air if you were doing backstabbing. If you're doing backstabbing, you have to wear shadow. It doesn't work otherwise. Yeah, you need shadow. Because shadow gives you backstab accuracy, damage, and damage resist bonus after hitting. So like I'm at level 13 shadow, and my backstab damage bonus is 61%, which is great. Like you do so much more damage. You can't not have shadow on a backstabber. It's just not reasonable. You would do no damage. Keep in mind on a backstabber, you only do one attack every 20 seconds max. Well, every 11 seconds if you don't mind waiting for your stealth cooldown. But you get the idea. So yeah, you're not going to use air for that. It's literally the opposite. Yeah, I never really thought about it, but shadow and air are totally just complete opposites. Where shadow is hit once and then air is hit a billion times. Oh god, Zigzag has brought in some headless and he's spamming magic arrow. Oh no. I've done magic arrow spam myself and it is certainly a sound effect. And he's killed the corpse I was training on. Good stuff. Thank you for that, Zigzag. Camping gives carry capacity? Yeah, it's really good. That's why most people run camping. It also gives deep damage as well. Camping gives you bonus damage in both PvP and PvE. So just taking it increases your DPS. Same with tracking. Tracking gives you bonus DPS in PvP and PvE as well. So that's why it's kind of good to take those skills. They give you some good utility, but then they're also giving you damage. They really should increase weapon speed cap on air. It used to be like that, Doomshot, right? That's what they nerfed. Yeah, that's what they nerfed on it, I think, from what I understand. It used to give you swing speed. It used to raise the swing speed cap and everyone ran it because it was OP as shit. Like 75% swing speed. Dong 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 dong. You just insta-kill stuff. Traveling if you unlock areas. Oh, Jackson, my sweet summer child. You're showing your age. They changed it so you don't have to unlock stuff anymore. It hasn't been like that for a long time. When you have camping at 80, you can just hike anywhere in the game straight away. You don't have to unlock anything. You just have it straight up. Dude, look at this person's drip. Damn. Mia? What is this cape type? It's called Wraith Cloak.
Oh, following, are you?
She's wearing the horse tunic with the horse pauldron. She just has the regular wizard hat, like the restyled invuln dude. Thank you for the follow, Dreadlord Killox. And she has the shoulder parrot. I didn't know you could dye the parrot. That's kind of cool. These are horse boots as well. She's just wearing the full horse set, basically. She looks really good. The color choice is just really good. Damn. Jealous. What's this? Which scepter is this? Nether Zone based. I think a build that's totally thematic would be fun. Ranger build. Yeah, just do like archery with tracking. Tracking is really good too because you'll be able to see red players coming in the dungeon and you'll just be able to run away. Stuff like that. Excited about unlocking locations and exploring? Yeah, I thought that too. I thought that too. I'm really sad that they made that change. Because I would have loved to have walked around the map and it like forces you to go to all the different points of interest and it would teach you the map as well. It would make you... There's no reason to explore the world in this game at all. And I think having that little camping thing would have been cool. In fact, what I would do if I was developing the game, I would just make it so everyone can hike no matter what your camping level is. You can just hike. It's just a thing in the game. You can just fast travel with hiking for free. And then, but you have to unlock all the places. And then you have to walk around and get them yourself. That'd be kind of cool. I'm sure some people would just min-max it and just use rune tomes to just teleport around and unlock everything. But like, whatever. You know, it would be really fun for people that actually want to unlock stuff themselves. But nah, you just get it all by default. It's kind of lame. And it should unlock it, obviously. It would unlock it across your entire Outlands ID. So once you've unlocked it, you've got it on every character. You wouldn't have to do it on every character. That'd be crazy. You're behind the times, yeah. They made that change, Jackson, before I even started playing. When I started playing, you didn't have to unlock that stuff yourself. Like, from experience, it was cool on paper, but no one used it. The effort was huge. Yeah, but you can just use Witcher runes to get around anyway, right? It would be nice to have some kind of way to unlock. Like, there's just no reason to explore the world at all. I couldn't tell. If you showed me a point of interest, right, a picture of a point of interest, and you're like, where is this on the map? I couldn't tell you. I have no idea. Because I've never, you know, I did one wilderness exploration stream, which was kind of fun. But yeah, I don't know. They could have achievements for it, I guess. Like, you know, give you some kind of reward for doing it. But then the benefit would be like, you can teleport everywhere for free if you unlock the places, right? Make camping give a temporary buff, yeah. They could make that similar to, you know, in Chivalry, you have the Shiv Gate. And the Shiv Gate... when you take the Shiv Gate, you get like a 5% damage bonus or something. They could have a similar thing with camping, where like when you camp, when you teleport with hiking, you get some kind of bonus in the exact same way as a shift gate, but it maybe gives you a slightly different bonus or something. That could be cool. I put AT camping on all of my builds when I was a new player, because it was the only way that I could teleport around the map. Because when I started, there wasn't... You didn't get the rune tome for free from the new player quests. It wasn't a thing. So, there was no way to travel around the map. There was just absolute... There was no way. It wasn't a thing. So I had to use camping. I mean, you had to use... Fuck it, you could use Witcher libraries. But I didn't understand what that was, you know? You still don't know what the Witcher thing is? Yeah. I actually have a guide. I wonder if I have it linked to... I don't. How lame. I have a guide on my channel, which is literally a guide to every single fast travel mechanic in the game. Because I struggled with fast traveling when I first started the game. So I made a guide for it. So one of the first guides I made. Because I was like, how do I get around? I have to take camping and that's it. I couldn't figure out how to get around the map. So I made a fast travel guide. It's on my channel somewhere. It'll be right near the beginning. I've tried to make quick links for all my videos in the stream, but one or two have slipped through the cracks, I guess. Noob days are the best days? Yeah. Enjoy it. Enjoy not understanding how everything in the game works. Once you understand how everything works, it gets a bit... You railroad yourself without even realizing it. I remember going around Urikton Bluffs and killing the Blood Ogre Mage on the first floor. Like a little mini-boss in that dungeon. Being like, oh, I've killed the Blood Ogre Mage, oh my god, I'm so strong. The runes. So you get this rune tome, which you get for free. In the new player quest, you'll get one. And you put recall scrolls in it. So you can see here that I have 44 out of 50 recall scrolls. Which is weird. Maybe I've run out of recall scrolls on my shelf. Hopefully not. And when I use these runes, it just uses a recall scroll from the tome to teleport to that location. And I don't need any magery. Level 0 magery, you can use recall scrolls. It's like a mechanic in the game, so people can fast travel. You can also put in gate scrolls, but gate scrolls are super expensive, so I wouldn't recommend that. You can just cast gate. Go on wild map. Oh, this is cool. I didn't know you could do this. Where is it, even? I don't feel like this is showing it correctly. Oh, it is. It's here. But that's not right. Tidal Tomb. Tidal Tomb isn't there. It's down here. This is not working correctly. And this should be Time Dungeon, which is here. But it's showing here. I think all of this show and world map stuff has been shifted up a little. So it's like too high, and then here it was too high as well. It should be down here. I guess this is a mechanic no one ever uses, but yeah, this is bugged. This is Shadow Spire, and it's up here, but Shadow Spire is down here. So all of the marks are appearing like too high. I bet we're the only people to discover this. I didn't even know this was a mechanic. Should we report that bug? We're at level 70 something arcane. We're nearly done with the arcane. Then we need to do wrestling. I'm not sure what the quickest way to level wrestling is. Wonder if they could do some kind of PvE events with monsters attacking locations and players join in to defend. $75.7. Is there something like that? We have progressives. That's kind of like an open world PvE event in a way. It's like the closest thing you've got, really. Which is where you go to a point of interest and you kill mobs and they progressively get more difficult. And then there's like a mini boss at the end and you kill that and you get like special loot. They have like actual rare drops that you can only get from those progressives and stuff like that. It's kind of cool. But they're so like difficult to find and they take quite a while to do because the mobs take forever to spawn and stuff like that. So I don't know. 76.2, damn. We gained 5 levels in like 2 seconds. That's lucky. Let me find this fast travel guide that I made. I want to link it in the chat. Link it like through my exclamation point commands. Fast travel guide Outlands. Yeah, here. Greetings. It has 830 views. Wow. Nice. Streamer bot? Where you at, streamer bot? There you go. Yeah, I wish this MMO was a bit more popular too. Oh, Robert Skinner. No. What did he say? I was looking away. He said something about being sad. Oh, my king, have you fallen? This be where the peasants dwell. The shame. I'm training! What do you want from me? I'm level 77 arcane. I decided to change this echo for those that have just jumped in. My echo was blah. 80 spirit speak, 80 meditation, but I'm changing it to blah, 80 arcane, 80 wrestling. And we're going to add arcane to the build because I think that's going to be better mana regen. But it means we have to face tank mobs, which means we're not going to be able to do like blood demons necessarily right now with tier 2 aspect. People looking for free fun classics? Yeah. Star Wars Galaxies? I've never played the Star Wars MMO. It's actually one of the only MMOs I haven't played. I assume that's the MMO, right? Star Wars Galaxies. I heard the story's actually really good. Everyone goes on about the story. Yeah, Outlands is growing because of all the great content creators that are making, like, new player guides. To help new players get in, you know? I sometimes ask myself when people now play or do something without a guide or something, like the old days, you started Outlands and you're still doing it with almost no help. Yeah. Good luck with doing that in Ultima. Ultima's really hard to do that in. Stunk Beagle. Star Wars Galaxy is all about sandbox. No, there's a Star Wars MMO. You can't kill people in shelter, Rodney. Yes, SWTOR. Yeah. That's the one I meant. Yeah, that's an MMO. I haven't played that one. I'm actually not a huge Star Wars fan. Yeah, I heard the story in that game's really good. Stop chasing the new players, Rodney. Let them learn the game. You're scaring them. You only run now in the problem. What is the meta for Tamer setting on the zoo book? Don't overthink the zoology book. Just stick points in. Crumpets. Freak. Gameplay is mind-numbing. Yeah. It didn't look fun. Didn't look fun. We're at 78.2. I mean, this gameplay is stellar. The leveling gameplay in Outlands. Damn, I'm having a blast. I wish I'd left my guy overnight doing this. I didn't think about it. Please. There's something there better than you. You found a game named Foxhole yesterday. What's Foxhole? I recognize this. It's on Steam. Whoop. I don't know if you guys can see this, but I have messed up my PC real bad. I did Windows tab. Mixed. Oofed. Is this like asymmetric? I'm not really into war games either. God damn it. Why are all the good games in genres I don't care about? This is an MMO? Foxhole is like a drug addiction. I've never heard of this. It's an MMO. I've literally never like properly heard of this. I think I have heard of it in passing, but yeah, I've never... I think I heard of this when it was first like coming out. Player-driven supply lines? Jesus Christ. Dude, that looks cool. No, the corpse had died. Someone made a few videos on it. Oh yeah, someone. Was it someone? It's basically Zerg warfare, isn't it? It's a huge time sink, yeah. Adding forensic to my tamer, finally I can farm raw ribs again. Just take 120 forensic, 120 camping, and then 120 taming skills. And then you just AFK. You're completely AFK. You don't have to do anything. It's awesome. You don't even have to log in. Tamer is so AFK, dude. Sort of like a Zerg, but not really, since each server zone has a max player number. Oh, okay. I might have to check it out. Sounds like it's going to take a lot of time, though. I have to be careful. I'm already playing UO and Albion online simultaneously. I've been trying to make some Albion videos for the channel. I want to get a bit of an Albion following going. I quite like Albion. It's very, very good. I can't, you know, that's 2 MMOs simultaneously. It's already a mistake. I haven't had time to play a single player game on stream in like 2 weeks. I haven't made time, I should say. Get stopped because while the videos are doing good, it was all you were doing. Yeah. There's a sniper rifle? Damn. I think I'm almost level 80 arcane. And we can punch stuff in the face. $79.8, let's go. There we go. Arcane at level 80. We're done with that. Let's throw away this training staff that Parsnip gave us. It's gone for all time. For some reason, it just disappeared. I don't know. Oh, it was lag. Nice, nice, nice. Big fan. We can't just punch the corpse because it's going to hit us back. We need to, like, punch our horse. I don't have a horse, though. I have a bear. I don't think I even have a horse in my stable. Nuclear option has had me hooked this week. It's a flight sim mixed with a MOBA. I don't think I can level wrestling by punching this guy. It's going to take too much health. I might have to I might might have to go get a pet. Suppose save. Punch an Earth Ellie. Oh, can you do that? Hang on. You want to heal me while I punch it? Wait, let's see if I can punch the Earth Ellie. It does work? You can just punch your Earth Ellie. That's actually crazy. I'll just punch the Earth Ellie, Rodney. It's a bit safer. That is hilarious that you can just punch your own Earth Elemental. It doesn't even attack back. It just accepts the beating. Chain wrestling, you can do giant frog, he regens. Yeah, but then I have to heal myself and I can't like read chat, I have to pay attention. Yeah, I usually punch my horse. Like I ride a horse and then I get off of it and then I punch the horse and I use vet supplies and bandages and just punch it. But doing it to, I never considered doing it to summons. It's actually hilarious. For some reason my summon, oh, my summon's only gonna last for like 2 minutes because I don't have any spirit speak. It's kind of lame. Alright, we just have to train wrestling up to 80 and then we're done. Unfortunately, we couldn't do arcane and wrestling simultaneously because they're both weapon skills. So we had to train them separately. which isn't great. I don't even know if this build is going to work. That's the worst part. I don't even know if this build is going to work. I just hope that it will, you know? Whoops, I cast poison instead of Spirit Speak.
Oh, following, are you?
Thank you for the follow, City Streets. He's from the streets. You are follower number 840. That is popping off. We're starting to get actual followers, my dude. We're hitting the numbers. We're nearly at 1,000. Actually, kind of crazy. Reskill to Dexa. Yeah, I didn't like using summons on this build. That's why I've taken them off. I wasn't a fan. It was using too many unholy symbols, which you can't see because they're under my camera. These things. It was using too many unholy symbols. And the summons aren't that great. I have to resummon them like every 2 seconds because they die so easily because I only have 80 Spirit Speak and that's it. So they're really squishy. It's just not worth it. I'd rather be able to use Pain Spike more regularly and Poison Strike and stuff. I can't reskill to Dexa very easily on this build, unfortunately. Because, like, Poison Dexa needs Alchemy, right? Like, Alchemy is one of the things with Poison Dexa. It affects the Poison Sting trigger chance on Dexa. But I didn't take Alchemy on this build. So when I echo to make a Poison Dexa, I'm going to have to echo my Crafter, who already has Alchemy leveled. And then I'm going to have to level Poisoning again. Which is going to be kind of annoying. Poisoning is really annoying to level in this game, by the way. If you've not done it before. I learned that. Hey, Lizard. Have I seen the interest growing for Outlands? I haven't. Has there been like where is this interest? Is there like people on YouTube making videos or like what's happening? I get like a lot of comments on my new player guides and stuff, but that's nothing new. My new player guides are like, there's always people commenting all the time like, how do I do this? How do I do that? Please make a guide for this, make a guide for that, blah 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 blah. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the dungeons have felt a bit busier recently. The game feels the same. I don't know. I hope it doesn't get too popular. There's only one server. Outlands is one of those games that will suffer from success. If there's too many players, there'll be no mobs. Because there's only one fucking server. We're using Earth Ellie / Ancient Mummy. Yeah, I was using Ancient Mummy. And it was dying just so quick. I was constantly having to resummon it. It was a pain in the ass. So I'm switching over to Arcane Poison Mage instead. Well, Arcane Poison Necro. And I'm just going to completely ignore the summon side of Necromancer. And I'm just using the 120 Necro for the poison stuff. Which I'm fine with. Yeah, Poison Fencer is like the other... Poison Fencer is the Dexa build, right? When I made this Echo, I had to choose between Poison Fencer or Poison Mage. But I only have like 1 or 2 Mage Echoes, and I have like 6 Dexa Echoes. So I was like, you know what, we'll do a Mage, because I just don't play Mage often enough. They can always keep expanding, yeah. It's a small team though. And I think I don't know how it works. They always call themselves like volunteers. But I'm not sure if they I assume they work full-time jobs and then they do a lot of this stuff in their spare time. I'm not sure how it's all working behind the scenes, you know. the dungeons get too busy, then the open world will be more useful. That's true. Open world is like, yeah. We need more reasons to go to the overworld for sure. No one ever farms it. I don't farm it. Too many PKs in the overworld. It dies pretty quick even at 100 Spirit Speak. Yeah, they die super fast. I suppose you're supposed to use Vampiric Embrace, right? From the Necromancy tome, you're supposed to use this. And it like target a nearby corpse, and you heal players' undead followers for 15%, blah, 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 of their maximum health. So like 20% or 17% at 120. I suppose you're supposed to cast this quite regularly, but you need 3 unholy symbols, so... Yeah, Inscription is really good. I was wondering if I could add Inscription to this build. You need 125 Inscription. Inscription... effective Inscription skill links give you 2.5. If you have 10, that's 25 links. So you need... what? 100 Inscription? Yeah. You need level 100 Inscription and then 10 Inscription, effective Inscription links. And you can use tier 8 scrolls without consuming them if you wanted to go as low on your Inscription as possible. And then those Inscription links also give you effective Spirit Speak. So you could have like Inscription Summoner with 10 of those links and you'd have a ton of Spirit Speak and a ton of Inscription. I was thinking about that. There's one Necro spell to like reduce mana 100%. Yeah. It gives you 30 extra mana to spend on spells that do not deal damage, such as summoning or healing, etc. And it costs you 5 health to cast and like 4 unholy symbols, something like that. It is called Wither. It's this one. Player takes 10 damage and for the next 30 seconds gains blah amount of mana that can be spent on non-damaging spells. You're into a group of like 6 PKs just chilling in the desert dungeon, chain killing some guy. Yeah, reds are really toxic in this game. We got zerged yesterday and killed in a dungeon. There was like 6 reds and they all just collapsed on me. And it's like, what are you supposed to do? I'm not a huge fan of how the PvP works in this game. I've expressed that many times. It's very unbalanced. Not unbalanced in the sense of like, oh, reds can just kill you. Unbalanced in the sense of like, you either build your character to do PvP, or you can't participate in PvP at all, and you just have to run away, and it's just super lame. That's what I've been really enjoying about Albion Online, playing that lately. Is if someone runs at you and tries to kill you, you can fight back. Doesn't matter what your build is. Doesn't matter. You can fight back. Like the game is designed in such a way that everything is PvP and everything is PvE. So it doesn't matter, you can fight. But in this game, it's like, oh, I'm on my Poison Necro, and 300 of my skill points don't work in PvP, so I literally can't fight you because I'm just guaranteed to lose. It's just so lame. So I use Death Aspect. Yeah, I think Death Aspect might be underrated, to be honest. I think Death Aspect, everyone says it's rubbish, worst skill in the game. I'm not convinced. I think it might be pretty good. Comes from someone that's never used it. But I'd like to try Death Aspect Necro Summoner. Go all in on summons. You know, herding, Spirit Speak, Necromancy. And then just Death Aspect and just try it. Hey Chatum. What are you up to today? Are you winning, son? We're just leveling Wrestling to 80 in Shelter. It's a bit of a grind. I'm punching an Earth Elemental. Just permanently punching an Earth Elemental. And it's a vibe. We've been in Shelter all morning. We've been in Shelter for like an hour. God damn. This is, yeah. Wrestling level's so slow too. It's only 28% skill gain. At level 60. Damn, that is low. Death isn't great other than that. It gives you disease damage, right? Like unavoidable disease chance. Effective necromancy skill, so this is going to give you a ton of unholy symbols for free. Chance for unholy symbols, as even more unholy symbols. And the necromancy skill bonus is going to give you bonus damage on all of your spells too. Like, this necromancy effective skill bonus legit is going to increase your damage so much. Because like Vengeful Spirit, your summons do an additional 20% multiplied by necromancy damage. So I have like 33 effective necromancy here. If I had 120 necro, that's 153 necro. So my summons are getting an over 30% extra damage. And this isn't even maxed out. This isn't even tier 10. And they're getting 30% extra damage. And then like Poison Strike. This is crazy. Like every single spell in here scales on your necromancy level. Every single one. All the damage scales on your necromancy level. So I feel like this effective necromancy skill bonus is going to be huge. It's going to give you so much damage on all of these. Your Pain Spike is going to do a bajillion damage. Hey, Fev. I do like that you can progress in PvE without just outright, my numbers are bigger than yours. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of, I think it's kind of sad for the PvP players as well. Because I hear a lot of people complaining, like from the PvP side of things. Oh, I run into a dungeon and I try to kill people and the entire dungeon just runs away, you know, and I don't get to fight anyone, you know? And it's like, yeah, I kind of agree, but like, you know, you have to run away because you can't build a PvE build that can fight in PvP. So if you're playing in a dungeon for PvE and a red comes in, you have to run away. You do not have a choice. You can't fight. You cannot fight, and it's super lame. I would love to be able to just turn on a red and fight them no matter what my build is, but I can't. There's like maybe 2 builds I have where I would actually fight a PvP, and even then it's not even optimal. It's just like, you have to take Magery, you have to take Evaluating Intelligence, you have to take Resisting Spells, you have to take Alchemy, you have to take all these things for PvP to even be viable. It's just silly. It's just too much. You have to hinder your entire build just to be viable in PvP, and it just, whatever. So I just run away from reds, it's just easier. What are you up to today, Fev? My Death Necro is tier 15, almost, but way less damage than even your Holy Dexter. Maybe you've just built it badly. I'm trolling. That seems weird that the damage is so low. Everything here scales with Necro, like Strangle. Strangle would give you like 45% bonus damage on all of your spells at like max death aspect. So your Flame Strike is going to hit for like, let's say a Flame Strike hits for 500, it's going to hit for 750 instead, which is huge. That's massive. I'm surprised that it's doing so little damage for you. Like, I don't know. I feel like there's something to Necro that people are missing that could work. The scaling is just crazy. It just, I don't know, I can't. Everyone says it's bad though. You're on your tinkering skill, trying to build Trapper face tanking. Oh, you're building Dexa Trapper. I actually have I have the meta build for that. If you want me to send you it, I can show you it right now. Yeah, Bapeth sent me like the Dexa Trapper build that Dwarf uses, which apparently is like really good. All right, we're at level, what are we at? 60 something wrestling? We need 80. We haven't had a skill gain in a hot second. Come on, show me. Level 64. We're at level 64 wrestling. We need 80. Jesus. This takes forever. Death got nerfed? I didn't know it got nerfed. You want to see it? Sure. Discord. It's this. This is like the meta Dex Trapper build. Screenshot that shit, dude. Quick, screenshot it. It's 120 detect hidden, 120 tinkering. Those are your two major damage. You know, that's the trapper build. And then 80 alchemy. This also affects your trap damage, by the way. Your alchemy skill affects your trap damage as well. And it lets you use exploit pods. And it lets you face tank. Alchemy's OP. And anatomy, parrying, healing, magic resist, wrestling. It's literally just like 120 detect, 120 tinkering, 80 alchemy, and then defense, 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 defense. And you just face tank and you just stand there and put traps down, and then you just run around placing traps. So this is it. It's like the build. I hope you got it. I'm gonna close it. 3, 2, 1. Oh, it's gone. That's it. That's what you get. Didn't you already show this as? I was yesterday before I didn't even notice. Nah, my Earth Elemental. I'm not getting any skill gain. Too busy showing builds. Punch him. The disease scaling was nerfed. Damn. It's still the best starter character as far as being cheap. And it's also super safe, because you're just using summons to tank everything. Like, if you're playing any build where other stuff tanks damage for you, it's so safe. You know, I've been going down to level 3 of Aegis with this build. Completely suboptimal links, by the way. And, I was just tanking stuff with my summons, like blood demons, and killing them, and it was fine. Why is this dude? He just stood right next to me. What the fuck? So weird. Why wrestling? Wrestling lets you block melee damage, right? You can use wrestling. I guess you can punch stuff. I don't know. But wrestling is a defensive skill and an offensive skill. That's why it's kind of weak, I think, because it's hard to balance. It's used for both defense and offense. Wrestling is used to parry attacks and stuff. So when someone swings at you, you can be like, blonk. You can Bruce Lee that shit. I only considered changing this build last night while laid in bed. Otherwise, I would have set him up changing this build yesterday, and it would have been done already. I didn't think it would take this long. I thought it would take like 20 minutes. But this is taking a while. I'm sorry about this. We've been in shelter all morning, just punching stuff. Feel kind of bad. Oh well. And yeah, the idea, like, I wasn't going to do this arcane build initially when I theory crafted it, because I thought, oh, I'm going to be so squishy. But I didn't realize the arcane build-up actually gives you damage resistance. So that's good. But the other thing, the poison codex gives you enfeeble. So when you've poisoned, if a creature has greater poison or higher, which is basically every poison you apply once you've got 120 poisoning and whatnot. So if you've poisoned a creature, basically, you get 15% damage resistance towards that creature as well. So with Arcane and that, you're getting about 30% damage resistance, which is actually pretty good. And then obviously you have Wrestling as well, so, you know. I think it might be okay. We'll see. If I start dying really quick and taking loads of damage, we might get the summons back. But for now, we're just going to try this and see. Is it supposed to wear a shield, or should you use a wrestling weapon? No, you need to wear a shield because you're parrying. I don't think you're actually supposed to attack anything. You just place traps and run around, and you just face tank stuff. All of those abilities are just defense abilities, basically. So you're just running around tanking everything and then just placing a trap. You just run around and aggro a bunch of stuff, place a trap, and then, you know. But you'll need to wear a shield, otherwise parrying won't work. Can you use a martial manual? Is martial manual one-handed? I don't know. I've never done wrestling before, so I'm not sure.